Hey everybody, MrFlavorsmith here, and today we have a little bit different of a video. Monument Grills recently reached out to me and asked me to do a review on their brand new Mesa Series 305 gas grill system. This one happens to be the propane model. This is a 3-burner system, and it also has a burner on the side as well, so you can do something in a pot or pan, like heating up some sauce or something like that. I'm particularly excited about this because I'm going to be starting a whole new series on gas grilling, using grills just like this. Hey, but before we get to that, we got to build this thing, so let's do it now. All right, so the total assembly to put this Mesa Series Monument Grill together was about an hour. Now, I will say this, take note, this is very important. Pay attention to the directions. Really pay attention to the directions, because if you do that, you're not gonna run into some problems like I did. I didn't pay attention to the directions, and I didn't realize that there was already screws that were already in the places they need to be. It came that way from the factory. You just had to loosen them up a little bit in some cases and slip some pieces in there, then tighten them back down, making the assembly way easier. Also, some of the other screws were in place, so you didn't have to search around for like, did I need A screw or B screw or C screw? Sometimes you had to do that, but it was just a few times. Very, very, very easy to assemble. Anybody can do this. Also, take note, when you're taking apart the box, I did things the wrong way. Yet again, not paying attention. There's like 4 different straps that are going around the box. There's 2 different parts to that box. There's a bottom part and a top part, the top part being the big part. When you unstrap them all, you can just lift that top part of the box off, exposing the upper part of the grill, which makes it very easy to lift up and put on the bottom cabinet area because you assemble that first. So it's really easy to put together. I would say anybody that can get down on their hands and knees and can turn a screwdriver will be able to do this. And if not, get somebody that can. It's not going to take them very much time to help you out. All right, now that we have this Mesa Series Monument Grill assembled, we have to do its initial burn off to just cook off any of the impurities, the oils, or anything that was in there from shipping or manufacturing. So let's do that now. We're just gonna take it up, try and crank it up to as close to 500 degrees as we can and let it hold for like 30 minutes. First thing first, I just wanna walk around and talk about some of the features it has. It has 4 really heavy duty locking casters down there, making it super easy to move this thing around in your backyard. It's got a combination construction here, so a lot of it is stainless steel. Then we have some aluminum cast areas that have been coated. It looks really nice. We've got 4 different burners on here. We've got our side burner right here for doing some sauces or anything else you need to do in a pan. And then we've got our 3 main burners right here. And it is an electric start, and I'll get to that more in a second. And then also has a battery pack system and a light, because what happens? You got it. our knobs turn on. LED on the knobs. How cool is that? Now I know on some of the higher models, it does something really cool. Let's see if it does it here too. It does. When you have the gas turned on, guess what? Those knobs turn red. How cool is that? Turn the gas knob off, back to white. That's cool. So from a distance at night, you'll be able to see if you have your gas on or not just by looking at the LEDs on there. Super, super, super cool. Something else down here in the bottom. I love that these are double walled. This is a nice, sturdy, very sturdy door. And it's got a super strong set of magnets up there. It works really, really good. All right, and then we have our tank. Our tank just sits in there. It has this little safety feature right here that just locks it into place, but you've got lots of room to store other things, which is really surprising for a 3-burner system. You've got your drip pan catch that's right there that's removable. I think I really like that. I like the fact that you can remove the entire pan from the back. That's really cool, so you can clean it. Or you can just cover it in maybe aluminum foil or something. Let's actually look at that real quick. Let's go around to the back here and just look at that. So it's just super easy to pull out, and that's made of stainless steel, so it's going to be really easy to clean. The back is open. We've got 2 really nice working side tables. This one right here, just this side table right here, and it's got 3 hooks to put your utensils on. And then over on the other side, we have a really nice side burner. It too has 3 hooks. So, and then check out that side burner. That is a decent sized side burner for sure. You can do a lot with that, so I'm looking forward to that. Also, we have this hole that runs all the way through there. Yep, you know what that's for, spinning chicken, so you can put a rotisserie on here. The one really cool thing I like that Monument Grills is doing is this awesome window. I love to be able to see my food as I am cooking it. And you can do that with these Monument Grills. Got a really cool little Monument Grill emblem on there and a really awesome built-in thermometer. Let's open this up. On the inside here, wow. Hold on, let's get back to opening that. Where they have the hinge, it's not all the way in the back here. It's a little bit set forward. This allows you to easily be able to lift this lid with no effort at all. And this big giant bar that they have there, that just makes it super, super, super easy to open and close. All right, let's start in the top here. I think we just have, it's like a coated steel top grill, but that's okay. Hey, that still works. And it's removable, so that's nice. So if you don't want to use it, or if you're gonna be doing a spinning chicken in there with a rotisserie, to remove that top one is really, really essential. It gives you the space you need. And it goes back in. Very easy, just like that. And look at that back there. When you open it up, Monument Grills. Look at that, that's super cool. Now we have these cast iron grills that are on here. This is awesome because when these bad boys heat up, it's gonna be really easy to be able to sear some of your steaks and things. And they're very, very, very sturdy. No thin metal. And what's really cool too, they've gone through a lot in designing it. You can see it's tapered on the back side, so the drippings of everything that you're cooking just falls off very easily down into the base of this. Let's get into our burners over here. This is pretty cool. So right here we have a series of 3 different enamel coated burner guards, all right? And then underneath that are our burners. And look at those bad boys. Yet again, way to go, Monument Grills. This is a really cool system. These, I believe, are stainless steel, and that means they're just gonna hold up, and they are heavy duty. It's nothing thin. What's super cool about this grill, I love this. Each one of your burners has an electric start to it. So some grills only have one, and you have to ignite it on one side, and then you got to ignite the next one, and then the next one. On this, you don't have to do that. If you want to just ignite this one and have an offset cook, have it hot over here and cooler over here where your meat is and everything, you can do that. You can light this one and this one and keep this one off. And you don't have to bring in a match. You don't have to bring in a big, giant, long lighter. It's all right there. All right, let's put it back together. Get our grills back on. And everything is really easy to assemble and disassemble. So when it comes to cleaning, it's going to be a cinch. Let's light her up. First things first, got to open up a propane. Make sure your valve on your propane tank is fully open. Close your door back up. All right. We're going to light this burner over here. I'm going to call this, we're going to go from 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to light burner 3 first. This takes a AA battery. That's it. This is your electric start. All you have to do is push it in, turn on your gas. And there we go. That one's lit. Burner 1 is lit. Burner 2 just lit. Burner 3 just lit. And as you can see, all of these little gas knobs are illuminated red. Ooh, look at that. There it comes. There come the flames. Let's check this out real quick. Oh yeah, we've got fire for sure. Got them on full bore. All right, let's close it up. Let's let it get to its temperature. I'm shooting for about 500 degrees. Let's see how long that takes. It's 232 right now. All right, it's been 2 minutes. Look at that. 2 minutes, and we're not at 500 degrees. We're just below 600 degrees. Man, that got to temperature super, super quick. All right, let's give it a half hour, and then we're going to throw the chicken on there. All right, it's been a half hour, and check that out. Look at that. Over 700 degrees. All right. I would say that this is safe to cook on. Let's get to it. All right, first things first, I'm going to turn the burners off. And then I want to, since this is brand new, I want to put some degreaser on there. I mean some lubricant, not degreaser. I want to put this on there so we can, our chicken's not going to stick. Okay, now we'll crank her back up. So we'll start with this burner, light it. Okay, center burner, and our left burner. Boy, that light's easy. We're just gonna have it on high. Close the lid for a second. Get the chicken. All right, that's so cool. You can see the flames through the window. All right, we're gonna turn our heat down to medium. And medium is about at a 45-degree angle. All the way straight down ends up being, so it's at like a 45-degree angle down to the bottom left. If you turn it all the way down, it turns it all the way to low. And if you turn it all the way to the top, it turns it off. So we are at medium right now. Open her up. It's almost a shame to get this beauty dirty, but here we go. Oh, that's grilling. We're going to turn them to low. Let's see how low does on all three. Before we start any cook, here we go. You know. Close it up. All right, it's been a couple minutes. Let's see how we did. Oh yeah. Very nice. Well, I am impressed. I would say that they're pretty evenly cooked, all 6 of them. So burner 1, burner 2, and burner 3 from front to back, they're looking pretty good. I am pleased with this. Photo time. I'm not using it on this, but let's see how this side burner lights up. All right, let's turn our gas to light. Oh, well, that's easy to do. Yeah, perfect. It's got a nice, it's got a nice hot flame to it. Awesome. All right, let's check them out. We're sitting about 320 degrees, something like that. Let's see what they look like. Oh yeah, these are coming along nice. All right. Okay, very good. I'm gonna turn number 1 burner up to right at medium. There's some bigger pieces over here. Seems to be doing good still. Loving it. I want to show you how well. Let's see if we can just do it. Zoom in here. See down there, all the way in the bottom, how well that drip pan is doing. You can see it's already pushed drippings into the bottom collection bin. You can see it accumulating down there in the center of the screen. Way to go, Monument Grills. All right, I just decided we're running out of time here, so I just need to turn these bad boys up high, and we're just gonna get this real hot, and we're gonna cook with flames. I love it. Let's try it. Probe temperature, 137, 158, 150, 150, 147, 157. We're almost there. Got to get it to 169. All right, so some of our stuff is getting temperature, so we're just going to put it on the top rack while these other ones cook. Those are our 2 smaller pieces up there. All right, let's do a quick probe. 149. Ooh, 190. That's ready. 60, 62. All right. So the back here can go up to the top rack. Flip these real quick. A couple more minutes. One last quick turn. We're gonna bring these bad boys back down here for a quick little heat up. Final little burn. Time to pull them. Looking pretty good. Close the lid and let some of that burn off, just for a few minutes. All right, well, we do a quick little burn off there. Let's see how I did. Oh yeah. Oh, that looks amazing. All right. It's gonna be hot. I'm gonna bite into it. There we go. Oh yeah. Cooked to perfection. Way to go, Monument Grills. This Mesa Series 305 is truly an awesome little propane grill. All right, so we got chicken out of the way. What's next? Steaks or burgers? All right, so we just got done grilling the chicken and it burned for about 10 minutes. Cranked it really up. You can see all of that down in the drip pan below. That drip pan really did its job. If you look really far down in there, let's see if we can get it to focus. Probably not. There's all the drippings down there. Really cool little system. That's going to be pretty easy to clean out. Way to go, Monument Grills. When you're all done grilling, just be sure to do this. Turn off all your lights. All right, so we just did chicken on there and it worked perfect. Now, let's try some awesome, real beefy, big hamburgers that I just whipped up. I'm interested to see how many we can actually get on here. I think I have around 20. Also, if you haven't noticed, it's super windy out here today. Actually, it's one of the windiest days I've seen it in 2024. So it's gonna put this Mesa 305 to the test and see just how well it will light all the burners with its electronic starter and also keep them lit. I have my guess how it's gonna turn out, but let's see for sure. First things first, we're gonna come in here and we're just gonna turn on our propane tank to its fully open position. Close the door. Let's go ahead and start lighting it. We're gonna turn on our gas on burner number 3. Lit. Number 2. Lit. Number 1. Lit. We're gonna get this up to temperature and get a little warm. I don't want it to get too hot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it at a medium heat, and that's usually at a 45-degree angle to the left. That's your medium heat. You know what? I see flames in there. Let's just go ahead and do it all the way at the low setting. Let's see how well that works. Right now, it's reading about 150 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, might see a little bit of smoke. That's because I went through and I sprayed it down with some nonstick spray. I'm gonna remove this top shelf for now, and that'll just give me a little bit more working room within here. All right, we're sitting at right around 300 degrees. We've got very decent sized burgers we're gonna put on here. And I wanna cook these a little bit lower and slower because I don't want them to puff up too much. I want to see how many we can stick on here. Whoa. That was 6 pounds of burgers right there. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You could totally fit 20 big burgers on there. Let's close this lid and make sure our temps are all the way to low. All right, that is awesome. Way to go, Monument Grills. I just want to point out, this is a really decent wind, and it's not affecting this at all. They lit perfect. All 3 burners lit 100% perfect, and they've stayed lit, and I'm on the low setting right now. A lot of times they like to blow out. Not on this Mesa. This is pretty amazing. There's, between the 3 different burners there, it's 48,000 BTU. The side burner is 12,000 on its own. 12,000 BTU on its own. They are stainless steel burners, so they are gonna last. It is a sturdy burner. Pretty impressed so far. You might say, hey, do I really need to have a viewing window? I tell you what, check this out. The ability to see where the cook is at on your burgers, I mean, that's pretty awesome. I can see like the darker part of the bottom of the burger to the pinker top up here, so I know that it's actually cooking pretty decent right now, but not too much. You see a little bit of flames in there. That's on the low setting. I'm using an 80% lean ground beef that I got from Costco, so this is not the leanest meat that you could get. So we should be seeing some flare-ups here pretty soon. I know we will once we flip them over and the juices start rendering and coming out, but I imagine this Monument Grill, this Mesa 305 is gonna handle it just fine. All right, I believe the time has come to flip them. Let's do it. Let's see. Oh no, we're not even needing to do it yet. Let's take temperature up a little bit. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna take it up to just below halfway. Wow, I thought for sure that those would be 2 done almost. This is great. All right, let's do the flip now. Yeah, there we go. This is kind of a good test to see where your hot spots are. And our hot spot area is right here in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move some of these patties around a little bit. Call it the patty dance. All right, looking good. All right, as you can see, we have this gnarly wind here. So why don't we see if we can light this side burner? I'm interested to see if that'll work. Open it up, turn the gas on, hit electric start. Look at that. Woo, the tree's coming off into here. That's a good breeze that's going, and it's still lit. Oh, that's great. Let's get a little closer. Look at that. Yeah. That's 12,000 BTUs for you. Having that little oomph just keeps everything lit really nice. Awesome. Way to go again, Monument Grills. All right, it's official. We are grilling. Char is coming. Yeah. Look at that. I was not anticipating this much space on this little 3-burner, but it's actually got a lot of room. All right, let's move them around again. Flip them. We're gonna probe them real quick, see what we're looking at for temperature. We're gonna be pulling these at about 162. We're at about 138, 137, 137. This one's at 136. 141, 146. They're all pretty close. Now I'm gonna get the heat up, crank this bad boy up a little bit, and get some char on there. You can really hear those burners going. Yeah, now we're gonna start moving these around. Wow, can you hear that? That's what 48,000 BTUs sounds like. All right. There we go. So I'm only moving fast like this because I made it this way. This totally doesn't need to be like this. I just want to give it some nice little char and see what this thing can really do. All right, let's do one final flip. I'm pretty surprised we haven't had a bad flare up here. That's pretty impressive to me. I've got all 3 vents opened up fully. Let's just say we did have a flare up. Let's see what it'd be like. Like, we've got a little fire going right here. So let's just see what it'd be like to try and kill that flare up. How quick would that take? So I just turned everything down to its lowest setting. We have a little flare up over here, but that's it. And if need be, if we have an area that really catches on, all we have to do is just kill it. Kill that gas to it, turn it off. And then we're like, hey, you know what? All right, now it's time to bring it back on. Turn it to lighting. There we go. Set your temp. You wanted it medium, you wanted it low. Back all the way up at high. Man, this makes grilling super, super easy. All right, let's probe real quick. 146, 146, 147, 151, 147, 158. A couple more minutes. Let's close it.
All right, they are done. Let's pull them.
All right, so we just finished those burgers. It's doing its burn off right now, just burn off all the grease from the burgers and everything. How do I feel about it for burgers? Well, I don't know, you be the judge of it. I tell you what, these are gonna be flavoricious. It was super easy to cook, super easy to light in this crazy windy condition, super easy to keep the burners going. It was really easy to control any little flare up, which there wasn't any flare ups, but this is a new grill. It doesn't have a lot of hard caked on grease yet. If you do have a flare up and you need to lower one of the burners down or turn it off completely, it's super easy to do. And to relight it, it's even easier. Just turn on the gas, hit the button, boom, you're lit. Awesome job yet again. That's 2 grilling favorites down. Now for the next one, some thick New York steaks. All right, so we just hit 500 degrees. Because this particular unit does not have a searing station on it, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep burner number 3 and burner number 2 on, and I'm gonna turn off burner number 1. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my steaks right there, try and get them to temperature as quick as I can that way. And then I'm gonna do a reverse sear over these 2 burners that are at maximum capacity. Let's put them on. Number 1, right there, 2, right there. Number 3, right there. I'm gonna close it up. You know what? I might even move it just a little bit. I'm a little worried about those tips. I don't want those necessarily getting burned, so I want to push it over just a little bit, like that. There we go. For good luck. All right, so these are real thick New York steaks. They're about 1.5 inches thick. And I've got 2 of them probed internally because we want to measure the internal temperature of our meat, especially when it's something more than just burgers or chicken breasts. You have a good piece of meat on there, you really want to be able to control and know what you're sitting at. And by using temperature probes, that allows us to do that. So we have the closest one probed and we have the furthest one away from us probed. The one in the middle isn't probed, and that's actually one of our it's about the same size as the furthest one. So it should be reaching temperature at about the same time. Our ambient temperature on the lid is sitting right at about 575 degrees. Our internal temperature on these steaks is sitting at about 56 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so our probe is telling us that the ambient temperature right at that meat level is around 240 degrees Fahrenheit. If that doesn't start to increase anytime soon here, we're gonna probably have to turn on that other burner. Okay, and as you can see, there's our steaks inside there, just heating up. We're gonna cook these to about 130 degrees internal temperature. And then once it hits that 130 degrees, then we're gonna take them from this side and we're gonna flip them on over to this side and do our reverse sear. All right, so this is something really awesome about these burners. It's measuring right here. I've got probe number 1 right here all the way at the back and probe number 2 right here at the front. And it is measuring only a 1 degree variance. That's it. It's saying that up in the front here, it's 291 degrees right at the grill height, and it's 290 at the back. That's amazing for it to have that kind of consistency from the front to the back. With the ambient temperature inside here, right where this meat is at, it's sitting right around 290 degrees. My thermometer is telling me it's gonna take 20 minutes to hit 130 degrees internal temperature. All right, for the newbies out there, this is an indirect cook. What that means is that we have our heat source over here and we have our cooking meats over here. And your heat source is not in direct contact with the cooking items. What this allows us to do is get a lower and slower cook. Why is that important? Because our meat will retain more of its juices. If you heat it up too quick, it just squeezes all of the juice out of the meat, and then you end up getting a really dry product at the end there. So by cooking it low and slow and then doing a reverse sear at the end, right before we get to the optimal temperature, we're gonna put it on really, really hot direct heat for just a couple of minutes on either side. And then that should get us to our targeted internal temperature of around 135 degrees Fahrenheit. With about 13 minutes to go, we're sitting right at about 309 degrees right here in the front and 308 in the back. Been really consistent on the front and back temperature being very close to one another. Now hitting that 300 degree range, this is gonna start to speed up a little bit. In about 13 minutes, we're gonna throw it directly over the flames and do a reverse sear. All right, we're sitting at about a 10 degree difference internal temperature between this steak and this steak. So what I wanna do is I just kinda wanna move things around a little bit. Oh, look at that. You hear it wanting to do it sear. I want them to finish around at the same time. All right, here's something a little fun. This is included on the Mesa Series Monument grills, and I'm not sure if it's included on all of their grills. I'm pretty sure it is. I want to see if all the viewers here know what this is. And if you do know what it is, leave your comments. I want to have fun with this. Look at this. What is this weird object attached to this really, really long chain? What is this? What is the purpose of this? I know what it's for, but do you? Leave your answer in the comments. It's about 5 minutes to go. I'm just gonna spin these around. All right, 20 minutes has come. Time to reverse sear. Looking good. There we go. Photo time. All right, we're good on the first side. Spin them around. Those are looking beautiful. Look at that sear. This Mesa Series 305 Monument Grill is handling these really thick 1.5-inch New York steaks like a champ. We just hit 135 degrees internal temperature on probe number 1. Here we go, let's pull it. Looking good. Couple more minutes for these. There it is. Look at that. Pretty flavoricious. Oh yeah, look at that. It's done just perfect. Hopefully the camera can pick up on that pinkness. It looks flavoricious. Let's bite into it. All right, I am really excited to see how this turned out. Let's dig in. That is awesome. Way to go, Monument Grills. You make a great product. Grilling chicken, grilling burgers, grilling really good high quality steaks, doing a reverse sear on it, even without the searing station. Amazing. Just imagine if it had a searing station. The bigger models do. There's so many opportunities with this grill system. Hey, you decide, is this something you need to have in your backyard cooking arsenal? For me, yeah, and I'm super excited that they sent this out to me. Hey, if you got any value out of this content at all, please do me a huge favor, like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps me produce more valuable, flavorful content like this for you in the future. Hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, live a life of flavor.